Hey, hi, my name is Chris. Every day I do a vlog. I do it for 1,000 days. So if you could like, subscribe, or maybe hit that bell notification, or if you could hype me down below, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much. It's a beautiful, beautiful evening here in Plymouth, and I'm loving it. Quite unexpectedly, actually. It really is quite beautiful. Look at those boats behind me and everything like that. Every day, as you know, I talk about something uniquely different. Today, though, stop spending time with people who don't make you feel good. You've got to stop it. I've had people in my life that I no longer see, and they were absolutely painfully difficult to be around. They were fixated on maybe one or two particular subjects, and just not focused on the real things in life. Now, what you feel are the real things in life, and you might enjoy, the next person won't, and they might not appreciate that. But I think in a friendship, when you have somebody like that in your life, you meet on many different levels, but there's one or two levels that you will not connect on, and that's the rub, as Shakespeare would say. That can have a devastating effect on your friendship or your relationship, and you can't connect with them. It's such a big issue for you. You just don't feel that you can keep that connection going. And when they behave that way, when they just make you feel it's not great to be around, sometimes they make you pursue that relationship, that friendship as well. And when they make you pursue it, you just feel like it's tiring. Have you ever had friends in your life, right? Let me explain something. Have you ever had a friend in your life and you felt exhausted from the prospect of spending time with them, and you can't wait to get away from them? And you see them so sporadically. I mean, literally maybe once or twice a year. You almost dread the connection. We've all been there. And we can't wait to be away from them. And that kind of connection, well, is it worth keeping? Is it worth holding on to that? Are we that lonely that we need to have it? I would say not. We don't need to keep negative relationships in our life, and it's okay to say no. It really is. If you don't want it, you're an adult. You don't have to have it in your life. You don't need to keep people in your life just because, well, they've been in your life forever. And especially if they present in a way where they, maybe there's one or two characteristic traits that they have that is damaging, and you just feel drained after you see them, and it's not pleasurable for you to be around them. If they take away from you, well, I think you've got to call time on that. And if they don't make you feel good, and there are many ways they can do that. They can put you down. They could not encourage you. They could not be there for you when you need them. They would try and talk you out of the good things in life. They would try and get you to just avoid them really bettering yourself. I've had that, I've had that where somebody was so resistant to me when I was talking about doing something, going somewhere. They would almost do their level best to kind of talk you out of doing it or going there, and that's not so good. That's not so healthy. One of my pro things in life is that I haven't travelled for a long time, but I have travelled extensively throughout my life, and I love travel. I love the ability to be able to go out and go somewhere. I'm very lucky. The two counties that I've lived in my lifetime is Devon and Cornwall, and anybody who knows anything about Devon and Cornwall knows that these two counties are gorgeously beautiful. I mean, look at this behind me. It's stunning, isn't it? It's wonderful. This is nature at its best. When we have an autumn like this is pretty good. I'm loving it, and guess what? I'm the sort of person that's got to go out, enjoy it, and make the most of it, because that's how I roll. I think that's quite normal. I wouldn't want to stay in and watch Netflix on an evening like this. I really wouldn't. For me, it would signal that it would kind of take away from me. It would kind of, I feel like I've missed out, if that makes sense. So when you've got friends who behave that way, you know, you've got to not let them take away from you. Hi, yeah, how you doing? All right? Good. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Somebody kayaking there and living their best life. You've got to really admire that. You really do. And I think when you have that connection, when you have that relationship with people who just don't make you feel good, well, yeah, I would say don't feel obligated to keep them in your life. That obligation will probably get you to lose time, money, and not make you feel great. It won't. It won't make you feel validated as well, and especially if they're pessimistic about you all the time, talking you down, not being there for you, not giving you the support and kindness that you need. And I guess you're better off just letting them go. Just let them go. And if they question you about it, if they say to you, well, why haven't you been in touch? Why haven't you, I guess we all want to protect each other's feelings and not hurt anyone. But I think it's okay to say, look, I don't think by keeping this connection that we have much in common anymore. I felt for a long time that we haven't been able to connect, and you present to me as X, Y, and Z. Do you know what I mean? If you say that to them, then they're more than likely, and they can respond to that. We're all adults at the end of the day. But I find as an adult, very often, it's the case that we just evaporate, disappear. They come up with all these fancy names about these kind of things, don't they? Like ghosting. Oh, they're ghosting me. No, nobody's ghosting anyone. We're just deciding to live a more peaceful life without you making me feel horrible about my life. And if you make me feel horrible about my life, about my existence, then maybe this friendship isn't what I need, and maybe it's not what you need. Maybe you need to find somebody where you don't have that in, and that compatibility that we had is no longer relevant. Maybe not having that compatibility in our lives means that we should separate as friends and call it a day. But ghosting, and when people say it's ghosting, I think sometimes people do it with the best of intentions. They just do it because they spare the other person's feelings. I mean, if you had to say to this other person, I don't want to be your friend anymore because you're just horrible, nasty, you say all the wrong things all the time, and you can you imagine the tirade that you could actually come out with about over the years and about how they've made you feel. And of course that would make them feel great. So I think you're better off, I guess, adopting, there's an old saying, isn't there? If you can't say anything good, then don't say anything at all, and leave that prospect of that friendship where it should be, in the chasm of space, floating around to disappear, and you'll never revisit it again. And it'll be a case that you don't have to revisit it again because it's naturally reached its hiatus, its conclusion, and you don't have that nonsense in your life, and you don't feel that they're putting you down and taking away from you as a friend, because we all deserve to be happy. We all deserve to have kindness and warmth in our lives, but there are just some friendships that just turn negatively, and you dread the connection, you dread the phone ringing, you just dread picking it up. And if that's the case, then steer your ship away from them, go to calmer waters, and just enjoy the view, because life is too short. I've had to say goodbye to people for various reasons, and on occasion I've been very honest about that. I haven't been unkind, but I have been honest about it. And if somebody wanted a frank conversation with me about why I ended the friendship, I'm quite happy to do that. After all, I'm a big boy, I'm a big man, and as a man, I'm quite happy to be honest and upfront with people, because I think sometimes people require it, it's necessary. Some people are really plagued by the fact that you just don't contact them anymore, and it really, really grates with them. But if it does, well, that's on them. Some people just need closure, don't they? They really do. I've never figured that out. Sometimes I have been dropped as a friend, and if that's the case, you just accept it and move on, because that's healthy. I think it's healthy. And speaking of healthy, look at this. This is lovely, isn't it? This is the sort of stuff that I gravitate to, the sort of stuff that I love. And yeah, it really tops my soul up. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Every day I do a vlog. Yes, I do. And every day I talk about something uniquely different. And I'll be back again tomorrow. So if you could like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, maybe hype my video, that would be great. And thank you so much for stopping by. I love doing these videos. I absolutely adore them. And I adore doing it. So thank you. And I'll be back again tomorrow. So I'll see you then. God bless. Look after yourself. Bye now.